Hey everyone, it's Simon from Higher Plane Games. Hope you're well. Occasionally I go off to some fun and interesting things, and sometimes I think you might want to know a little bit about it as I pop my controller inconspicuously on the floor. Yesterday I went to Hyper Japan 2016, which is a convention slash market that's all to do about everything Japan, traditional to modern, anime, games, collectibles, cute, essentially, and food. So if any of that floats your boat and you like Japan, it's one of those things that you want to check out and have a look at. It's an expensive thing to do, though. I will say that very much up front. You need to pay to get in, and then you're obviously paying to buy for things. And then if you're doing food, then you're paying for that. So it very quickly mounts up. So what I do suggest that if you do go, decide on a budget, stick to it, because otherwise you're going to be ruined. It was really well held this year. It's the 10th time I think that it's been done. And it was held in London Olympia. You literally got off the train station and you was at its door. It was beautiful. Really nicely laid out. It was on 2 levels this year, unlike before. So when you walked in on the ground floor, and it was a 3-day event, I should say that up front as well. Friday to Sunday. I, for the first time, went on a Sunday, and I felt like some of the stores had already sold out and gone because it was some really obvious stuff was missing. Whereas... and you could see like gaps in things as well. So I recommend that if you want to miss the crowds, go for the Friday, not the Sunday. But it was really well laid out what was there. On the downstairs, on the ground floor as you came in, you had the fashion and kawaii section. If you wanted any cute things like tofus and alpacas. What the hell is I've missed this craze. Alpacas. Why does everyone want a cute alpaca? They just have like really thick faces as well. They're like... I've missed that craze entirely. We was debating over a giant pink sloth, though. But I didn't get it. My money ran dry. But yeah, there was a lot of fashion stuff downstairs, along with some stuff around touristy information as well. So the Japanese government was there, along with quite a lot of touristy, like TripAdvisory type things. So if you wanted to know about how to do Japan, like as an exchange student or something like that, plenty of information. So if you're a bit worried about like, ooh, do I want to go online? I'd quite like to speak to a real person. Definitely check that out, because I was eyeing it up from afar because I'd love to go to Japan one day, but I'm not in a place to do it at the moment. So that's something that I'd consider in the future, I think. Also downstairs on the ground floor, you had the Hyper Japan stage, which had a variety of musical acts throughout the day, appearing not anywhere near where they were timetabled to do so. It was mega confusing. She's like, who's this on stage now? I didn't understand. Clearly the fans did, though, because they were queuing for autographs merrily. And they knew what was going on, but it weren't following the timetable. The other thing I'd say about that is the music, the acts were really, really interesting and hyperactive and getting the crowd on their side, and were ultra cute for the most part, dancing around. But the sound equipment, it was a venue that wasn't really set up for sound because the walls are all bare and not metal, but it just reverberated off, so sometimes it was quite harsh on the ears. But once you got past that, all was good. Also downstairs on the ground floor, and it was something that I wanted to investigate a bit more than what I did, was the theatre. And what that was someone was there from Studio Ghibli that had worked on Kiki's Delivery Service, talking about the anime industry and giving certain talks on stuff. There was a sake experience that you could have had there. I primarily went there for the Aya Vocaloid concert, but didn't actually get to see it because it was the very last thing on the day, and we'd run out of things. I was so hyperactive. I was like, it's going to be a full day. We're going to be jam-packed. After 6 hours, I was done because it seemed a bit smaller than what I'd expected it to be. And the workshops that were on for things like manga painting your own Japanese masks, things like that, you had to pay on top of everything else. I'd run out of money by that point, so I couldn't really go for it, and I was starting to begrudge having to pay for money for things that I felt like I'd already paid for. I don't know, maybe that's just the British in me for that. But what was there was great. Nintendo were downstairs on the ground floor as well. They were the only games company that had hired out anything. They were showing off Splatoon, Axiom Verge, which I didn't quite understand why. Animal Crossing, the new Rhythm Paradise game, which plays exactly the same as all the other ones, but was still great fun. And Yokai Watch, which I didn't do anything with, but had the biggest stage presence. And the when the announcer was not orgasming on the 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown of every Super Smash Brothers brawl that was going on. Maybe that's just a thing for cons. So that was all great. Upstairs, that kind of ran around the edge of the main hall, was more of the marketplace stuff. So little trinkets, little things to buy. DVDs were there, but mostly things that you'd just pick up generally anyway, with no real difference in price. Some places did have some American stuff that they'd brought over, but nothing that was like massively out of the ordinary that you couldn't pick somewhere else. There was also some artistry stuff, so you could like get an anime cartoon of yourself and stuff like that. Destiny's Blue was there. Love her work. She is fab. Along with a few other like designer t-shirt type places. I want to say Cake with Smiles, but that's not her name. But there's some really nice people there, and it was great to chat to them and find out more about their business and that kind of stuff. Really nice, cuddly experience. Food was amazing. I had yakisoba noodles, which was gorge, and my partner had octopus balls, which was fab. They were very salty. I made lots of jokes on that. Everything was good. On to what I bought, which kind of all came at the end of the day, actually. The first thing I bought was this Totoro jumper, or hoodie, rather. So you've got Totoro coffee on the front, very, very cute. And then Totoro on the back itself. Ooh, hold it up, Simon, you idiot. There you go. I got molested by the man in the shop. I went for what I went was my normal size, and not for that one. And I put it on. I looked like I was all gimped up like this. And he started pulling on it, going, "It's the wool, it's stretchy." And I was like, "Nope, I'm just too fat for this." And I'd not put on weight. And it was something around, they'd ordered these in from Japan and the sizes are different, even though they've got the same markup. I was confused. I don't know if you're just supposed to make me feel better whilst my bitch tits were all like, ugh. So that was the only thing he had in the next size up, sadly. But I still like it. I really like it, actually. It's just, I didn't want to endorse Starbucks. And then everyone that knows I love Vocaloid. I got Kato and Luca. Very cute. They're going to sit below my telly. There's some child screams outside. Sorry about that. And then to try and keep going on my Project Diva arcade collection. I'd never seen Mako before, so I was really delighted to get her. And because he was really cheap, actually, I got Kato as well. I know Kato's unpopular, but shut up, whoever that is outside. I'm recording a video. But these rock. I really like these. These will go with my Luca that's just behind the camera there. They did have Len and Ren, but sadly I need to eat, so I couldn't buy all four. Because you're looking at like over £100, and I can't justify that. Not all in one purchase. I can do it across a few years maybe. But yeah, really, really great experience. Really nice, friendly atmosphere. Some great cosplays were there as well, although not tons. I thought there'd be more. And there were some good displays. We didn't see the sumo stuff, sumo and Japanese wrestling that went on. There was some drunk people, I'm sure they were drunk, doing some Bushido work. It just looked like they were whacking each other around the head. I didn't see any skill in that whatsoever. So, soz. But yeah, despite me kind of panning it a little bit, still a really great day. Here's some pictures, if I've not already put them up beforehand, and I shall see you when I go to something else exciting. I might give a little shout out on here to let people know, and then if we're all going, we can meet up, go to the pub. Take care all. Bye.